Howdy y'all, and welcome to episode 36 of my Let's Play series. I'm Ragaras, and of course this is the Ultimate FTB pack. Made quite a few changes since last episode and this episode. You notice right over here, I was messing around with the reactor. If you watched a previous episode while we were still in the Direwolf 20 pack, you'll notice I did something extremely similar to this. We just used a single or a zero reactor. Now I'm using the RSH condensators instead of the LSH, I think they're called. Yeah, and I'm using a single fabricator to get them all to full. And of course it's pumping out 460 EU a tick. Keeps this charged. This is not active. I'm probably going to turn that on once these run out here in a little while, just to maybe make some changes. The RSHs burn through quite a few redstone, so this chest is set up right here to do the redstone. Excuse me. Now I did make some other changes. I added a pulverizer and a powered furnace, and it is slowly going through and taking all my ores that I've got stored. I figure I'm just not going to store the ores anymore. I'm just going to turn everything into bars pretty much. Now another thing that I did, the reason I did that is it freed up a lot of the ME interface that I had back here. Actually did not. It showed up as a recipe in the terminal, but it didn't actually make anything. So I removed all the bar recipes from here, and instead I'm just going to go ahead and process. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to process everything into bars, so in the future when I run a quarry it'll just process. Now you notice this ender tank here also, that is also new. I had aqueous accumulators about everywhere that I was using water, so I had like 3 of these things just in my base. That one is for making water cells or coolant cells, anything I need water for. This one, of course, was, I'm going to scoot that over, but that just went to the thing there. Got to pause for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause for just a second. My little dog, little Chihuahua, she just has a tendency to bark every time I start recording. I don't know why. People just, I guess, thinking out in the parking lot there, or in the road, whatever. I guess she can sense their thoughts, and she just barks at nothing. Or it's just because I actually hit the record button. She drives me up the wall. But we were talking about the water that we're generating. Hello, hi, Ty. I removed a bunch of it. This one, that one there, the one down below, and what I did instead was I kind of took them and combined them all, because for my needs I don't need just massive water currently. So what I did down here is I took 2 of the aqueous accumulators, and there's water underneath on each side except of course the front and the top. So each of them is surrounded by water, and then it's pushed into the tank, and so far it's worked real well. No major issues, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Over here, I wanted to use something with the spawners that I had. I wanted to change everything around. So this gas spawner, I tried it originally, and it's positioned up there on the roof, and nothing would spawn. Nothing would spawn at all. So I finally put it down on the floor just to test to see if it worked, and it does. But you'll notice that I also moved the pellet launchers up one level. They were all down at the bottom. And the reason for that was when they do spawn, if they're on the bottom, it just shoots underneath them and never hits them. So I bumped it up one and double checked, and it does hit the cow and the blazes also. But it's really, really slow. It's really slow because it will only do one at a time. Excuse me. Only does one at a time. And that sound you hear is I got a new headset and mic, and that's another reason I kind of paused. I was looking at the frequency modulation or whatever of my sound, and it's kind of screwy. So the sound may be a little messed up in this episode until I can figure out what I need to do to adjust everything. But anyways, so I don't really like this, and honestly, it just it kind of sucks because see, I'll show you real quick. You turn it on and a gas spawns, and the problem with it is they'll keep spawning as long as there's an opening right there. But after a little bit, these balls will start kind of getting mismatched. You see how they're not even now? So it's going to take longer and longer as they get more and more kind of messed up. It'll be longer and longer between the spawns. The only real way to consistently get them to spawn is turn them on and then turn them off, so that that distance stays constant in there. So it's kind of annoying. It's relatively slow. I actually prefer just using a looting sword and the auto monster spawner in here. With this one, they spawn like right here, so I just stand here with the sword and just kind of swing every time one spawns right on top of you, and they die. And you can with I have a looting 3 sword, and man, I let that thing run for a while over there while I was messing with it and barely got maybe 20. I came in here for like a minute and a half and got over a stack. So I think if I need gas tiers, this is just easier. It's not automatic or really cool, but maybe later down the road I'll figure something else to do with that. I also messed around. Well, we'll continue on with the spawners. I also built another area for some other spawners. Just took a builder and hollowed this out. Now, a really cool thing with a builder as a cheap quarry, if you've got one of these coin of fortunes and you're running a builder. Now, this is of course a 9x9 area in here. What you can do is just stand like right in the middle, and as it goes down, you'll lower with it, but your coin will pick everything up. You do need to have some way of getting rid of it. What I was doing was just, as my inventory was filling up, I was just slapping into the ender pouch so it would go into the system. But it's a lot quicker than a quarry, because I went all the way down there in like a minute, so it's much faster. Now what I have on here is I have Enderman, spiders. You'll notice the spider spawner was gone in that other room. I got a safari net with spiders and got one, and then the witches I moved over here. So I could just constantly leave them running and not worry about the experience orbs generating, because I wanted all the redstone from these guys. So I have the pearls, spider silk, and then of course the redstone. I have glowstone and gunpowder turned off right now because I've got a lot of it, and currently I don't have a big use for it. So maybe later, if I need to, I can always put those back on. You can see I'm got quite a bit of redstone already, and 8,000 glowstone and gunpowder. So, and I got about 4,000 string. The spiders pretty much die when they hit. Every once in a while, I guess one catches the wall, and you'll go in there and see one or two down at the very bottom. Just go down, and you can either just leave them or kill them, whatever you want to do. But it's a that pit is 45 blocks deep. I found that's a consistent depth to kill everything, no matter how tough they are. 45 blocks is pretty consistent on killing them. Now, I also automated, well, not automated, but I went ahead and hooked up a diamond pipe to just run the combs over here automatically. And the bees, as they come out, as soon as they get a stack, I just throw them in the gene pool. All of them are now nocturnal. All of them, even the ones I'm just breeding up for bees so that I can get the genetic material. But all of them now are nocturnal, so they will work at night. So I don't feel like I have to run over here and sleep all the time to make sure my bees are running. I do have enough right now to start working on the aviaries. I am working on the first set as we speak. Now you see the ender tank up there. What I was going to do was move everything over into the bee area, or just produce it at the bee area, but nah, I just figured down here is fine. So right there, it takes about 3.5 stacks of these to make one alveary. So we have enough right now for one alveary. Not sure, don't quite have enough for a second one. Still need more pollen. Have plenty of beeswax. Beeswax we got out the wazoo. We got plenty of that. You'll notice this spawner's changed a little bit. I got rid of the redstone that went all the way down, and instead of running torches at the top to keep things from spawning up here, I just took some dark zycorodite and ran around the edge. And you'll notice it. God, I don't know. I haven't been coughing all day. All of a sudden it starts up again. Got rid of the water and put in the conveyor belts. Because when I came up here and was watching them all in there, I noticed they were, they can't really swim against the current, but they can pause. Now this one, a little bit faster. Make sure this guy's on. Yeah, he was running, so he'll still collect the experience. You'll notice they drop a little bit fast. Turn this off before I start collecting stuff. You'll notice that they're dropping a lot faster now. They're really coming down, and that's nice. What? The difference, I guess, is they really cannot fight. Now this is kind of weird. It's a wither skeleton spawner, but like you'll see, like every other spawn is regular skeletons. See, skeleton, wither, skeleton, wither. So that's kind of weird. But that's a straight. So you can see they go down a lot quicker. I mean, they do see me, so they're really fighting it hard. But that conveyor belt seems to push them down a lot faster than the water was. So that's pretty nice. And then I just added around the edge also, and then did the floor, so I don't have to worry about monster spawns right here inside of my the monster spawner. I do have the wither skulls turned off right now because I get like 1.5 stacks of those, so don't really. I haven't even fought the wither yet on this map, which is something I need to do really, because I want to start making some portal transport between here and the underground base over there to get back and forth, make it a little bit quicker. I might do that maybe later this episode. I'm debating whether I even want to automate this right here. I know Mine Factory Reloaded has some thing called like a fruit harvester or something like that. See if I can get this guy. Boy, I hate this thing. It shoots you way back. This is the railgun, by the way, if you don't know if it is. I mean, it's good, but I mean, look at that. Look how far that throws you up in the air. That's not a jetpack. That's the yeah, that's that railgun. And as far as I can tell, there's no setting to turn it down. No settings at all to turn that down. I don't use it very much at all. I use the little teleporter thing all the time now. That thing is pretty cool. And there's you got to power this thing up. I don't know if y'all have messed with it since the on the Direwolf pack. It's a little different. You know, you don't have to. There's not like a range that you have to adjust. Now I did a couple things to the wood farm right here. I added a void pipe because I keep getting very, very close to the cap here, so just to make sure I don't have a spillage, put that there. And I also added this little pipe right here to keep this thing full of wood. It goes down into the cargo distributor, and it's going into the yellow side, and I'm telling it to put everything into the top left. So what it does is it sits here and it says when there's space in the inventory, send a red pipe signal, and it goes over to the barrel with the wood in it. And if it gets a red pipe signal, then it does energy pulse. So it keeps this thing full of wood, so I don't have to come over here and because I'm just letting it power itself. It's running off of wood. I'm not worrying about turning it into charcoal or anything. It's not like I don't have plenty of wood. Plenty of wood. Still want to get the bees going. Now, when I started another quarry today. Just gonna show y'all what all's been quarried. You can see pretty much this whole area has been quarried all the way out to here. So that's quite a big area that's been quarried. While I was out here, I noticed, I'm not seeing it now. I know there's another oil slick. Yeah, there it is. There's an oil slick there. There's an oil slick there. I have a few oil slicks in this direction. Got one right over by the tree farm. There's another big one. And I've actually gone down and there's, you know, there's big caves down there beneath there, full of oil. And then I've got this desert, this area, and there's a bunch of wells, you know, sizable wells over here also. So I've got a lot of oil in the area, and I think I want to start using that because, you know, I really wanted to try the. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. It hadn't rendered in yet. You just see the mobs. That's cool. Should do that out of glass. Maybe I should change that all into glass. That would be neat. What I'm thinking about doing is changing over to steam power, and go to high pressure steam, because I just don't like the power with with what I'm doing right now. I guess what I could do is just change it up a little bit, because what happens with these is you're losing 25% of your energy with the Tesseract. So with you know, putting out 100, I'm really only putting out about 75 MJ per, because I'm losing some. Fuel, of course, is a lot more efficient, and my two choices with fuel are either a steam boiler or combustion engines. So I'm debating which way to go. I could just do a very similar thing to this with the combustion engines. Of course, they put out 6 instead of 5. So, you know, I'd have to do the math. But, you know, I know on the steam boilers, you know, I can get, you know, 8 or 9 engines on there fairly easily without it having any trouble. You know, at least 8. And those, of course, each of those doing 8 MJ a tick. So, yeah, it's more energy than the combustion engine. So that's probably the route I'm going to end up going. You know, so many oil wells around that what I will probably do is start a refinery. Now, what I want to do, since I have all this water around me, I thought it'd be neat to make a kind of an offshore platform Um, you have to be careful of oil spills, though. You know, don't want the environmentalists getting on me, but something out here, maybe do a like a floating oil platform with you know, the line anchors going down to the bottom, something like that. Have a couple of big tanks on there, one for oil, one for the refined fuel, and then just use that platform to actually put all the boilers on. So everything would be, I think I'm just going to put it like right here so you can kind of see it from this area. When you walk up, you'll see it right there. And probably won't put it too far away so I can keep it in this same chunk loader, because it's going pretty far right now. So because it's just right here. So if we show the lasers, you know, I've got it on a really big area. So I could probably, no, not as big as I thought. Well, I might have to give it its own, and then make sure it's within it's within chunk boundaries, so I can keep it nice and loaded, because it's probably going to end up being you know, the major source of my MJ power, probably all my power. I really don't want to have to mess with nuclear until I can figure out the fusion reactor, or fission, whatever it's called, and work on that. So hopefully this episode, I'm going to do maybe a couple things. I'm not sure yet. I'm either going to come back and finish off the alvearies. I'm just waiting for some more of the pollen. Well, there's enough for almost. Well, no, I can probably do another one right there now. So I'm going to try to put it together, at least 2 alvearies. The 2 that I definitely need are the Industrious, or the Imperial and the Industrious. So those 2, once I have those 2 kicking out, then they're going to give me the royal gel and the pollen, and that's really what I need right now to make more. And then once I have, yeah, those 2, I'll probably make another one. I'll probably make 3 before I get to the excuse me, hiccups from nowhere. Once I have those, then what I'll do is make the mutator, because I need one for the royal jelly, one for the pollen, one for honey, and then once I have those 3 made, then I'll make the mutator and get started working on some bees, because I'm still, copper and tin are still to do any major projects with, especially like the fusion reactor, or the nuclear reactor. The problem that I run into with these things is, you know, to make the dual, I need I think it's 8 yeah, it's 8 copper to make the dual, and then another 8 times 20 something. Yeah, it's a lot to make each one of these cells. So I just don't have enough right now. I mean, with $12.99, that's not very much. And I mean, if we look in here, I don't even have a lot of ore, you know. So I can't keep doing that for power. I mean, it just lasted me like 1 day of playing, so that's no bueno. So I got to figure out a different power source. I thought that would be cool, but it just doesn't work very well. As much as I'm using these machines right now, it just burns out too fast. So we're gonna get rid of that eventually. And off. So when we come back, I don't actually know what I'll be doing, but I'm going to take a pause for just a second, figure out what I'm going to do, and then we will be back. See you in a sec. Okay. It doesn't look like we have enough time. I was looking at the length of the video. I don't have a ton of time to start any major projects right now, but what I did was, it looked so cool being able to see them drop. I did make some quick changes using the wand of equal exchange. Just really getting tired of looking at all that cobblestone, so I changed it all to stone brick, and then added glass viewers all the way around. I did have to redo all the conveyor belts because I clicked wrong and changed like this whole section over here into glass viewers, and yeah, these don't stay on glass viewers. It has to be like brick, I guess, so I just left it brick and changed that all up. So now it looks pretty cool when they fall. You get to see them going down. It's pretty cool. Then you can see them all falling and catching on fire, going down and dying in a pit of hell. Pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good. That was such an ugly thing. I think that kind of helps it out. I was actually thinking about completely demolishing this and then rebuilding it underground, so I didn't have to see it. But that looks kind of cool. It's definitely a landmark now. Another thing that I forgot to mention earlier, messing around with that monster essence. Well, hold on, it's down here. I was messing around with the auto enchanter thing. Now what this does is it takes monster essence, and you do have to power it, but you can put a book or a sword or anything you want to enchant. You put it in here, and then it'll enchant it to whatever you set it at. Now I was like, okay, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm just going to use this thing. This is kind of cool. I got plenty of monster essence, and then this is what I see. Yeah, just this is enchanting. Go get you something to drink, get you something to eat, play with the kids a little bit, and when you come back, you'll have something enchanted. The only cool thing about this, I guess, is you can make bottle of enchants with it. You can put a bottle in here, and then it'll do the same thing. It'll give you bottles of enchant. Other than that, I don't think I'll be using this. It's kind of it's way too slow. This thing over here is so much faster. I mean, you can see over here that this guy actually has been out of books for a while, so he's got 124 levels on him right now. So this is a lot faster as far as making books, and what I'm trying to do is build up a collection of repair, because I don't need a lot of protection. The only things I'm really keeping are the unbreakings, power for bows, keeping some efficiencies right now. Why, I don't know. And then of course the looting, and I've got a few silk chutch, and then the charging for the wands. I've got a few repairs, repair books. I'm just waiting for this sword to die, and then I'll make another one with repair on it, so I won't probably have to make another one. But I do want a axe also. The Thaumcraft axe is just too nice not to have, since it cuts down the entire tree, since they don't have tree capitate or anything in the FTB, and I think they did that on purpose just so it wouldn't overshadow Thaumcraft. So, and that's fine. I mean, I can make one. I just need I don't want to make one until I've got repair on it, and then I'll slap repair and we'll go to town. But next episode, for sure, we're going to go ahead and put our alvearies together. So we'll have at least our beginning alvearies together, and we'll go over producing those and automating the frame insertion with that, because we're definitely going to need automatic frame production and automatic frame insertion into the alvearies. So when we come back next episode, that's what we'll get started on. We're going to be very selective on what bees we use. I mean, we're definitely going to be running the copper bees, probably some 10 bees. And in this one, some stuff that I haven't really started yet. I need iridium for like solar panels. Solar panels are completely different in this, so we'll get that next time. Till then, see y'all later.